approach which could see property owners face a $4,000 fine if they knowingly rent out a home above the new level. Benedict Collins, One News.
And the squeeze on homeowners is set to continue tomorrow, with the Reserve Bank expected to hike the official cash rate by the biggest margin ever. For more, business correspondent Katie Bradford joins us now. Kia ora, Katie, what are the predictions?
Kia ora, good evening. Well, most economists and forecasters are predicting a 75 basis points rise. Now, that would be the largest in the history of the OCR, and of course comes after we've seen 5 double hikes in recent times, all in that battle against inflation. Look, it's no means guaranteed. We could see another 50 rise, we could see somewhere between 50 and 75. The banks have factored these big rises into it, and if you're a homeowner, if you've had to refix recently, you'll be well aware of how high those interest rates are going, nearly hitting the 6% mark. But if this continues, we're looking at rates going well into the 7s or 8s next year. Now, one of the reasons we may see this big hike tomorrow is this is the Reserve Bank's last meeting for the year. It won't meet again until the end of February. That gives it 3 months to assess whether this hammer it's taking to inflation is working.
In Auckland, Katie Bradford, kia ora.
These workers want others to join them in the hustle and bustle of their factory. Buckley Systems creates magnetic technology and could do with an extra 50 people.
And our continued growth into next year and the year after, that number will just continue to grow.
We need to demonstrate just how awesome and amazing these industries are, right? Like, there's so much diversity. I mean, there's tool crafting, there's automation, and such a diversity in jobs.
Research by Workforce Council Hanga-Aro-Rau found the gap in the manufacturing and engineering workforce will grow by 38% in the next 5 years if nothing is done. That's a shortage of 40,000 workers, and the participation of Māori and Pacifica is 25% lower than before the pandemic.
We do need to look at how the vocational education system can support these industries with on-the-job training.
The number of times I hear the sentence, we could sell more if we could make more. And we could make more if we had the people for it.
The pandemic has highlighted our reliance on overseas workers, but the focus in this industry is on education, training and upskilling.
There's a lot of talent that's not fully developed within the existing workforce, and manufacturers are increasingly becoming aware of that and taking measures to look at what their workers are already doing and where there may be talent that's as yet undeveloped.
Global pressures on the labour market mean wages are rising and extra benefits are needed to attract workers.
Anyone that starts here as a permanent employee in Buckley's in a semi-skilled role starts at the living wage. You've been here 5 years or longer, you get an extra week's annual leave.
Or just taking prospective workers to visit factories.
That very rapidly dispels the impression that people might have that the work's boring or repetitive or dirty and things like that. I mean, we have a lot of manufacturing facilities that are really high-tech and very attractive places of work.
Selling the job and dispelling some myths, whatever it takes to attract those elusive workers. Katie Bradford, One News.
Sophie Elliott's mother, Leslie, who became a staunch domestic violence campaigner, is being remembered as brave and